Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Once again, welcome back. Welcome back to another live stream, another live music guided practice. My name is Efren Luna with the Cultural Alliance of Long Beach and also with art, music, and culture. Today, I have a few exercises to help you practice your guitar. These classes are are intended for like the beginners or people who are learning and kind of just to inspire you to pick up your instrument and practice some basic exercises and things like that. So don't be discouraged. Just it takes a little bit of practice, to get started, and then just keep practicing. You'll get better and better little by little. So let me show you the material from last time that I did this video or a video. There's a let me see here. Okay, so there's a exercise I did which is called the major scales, and there's 5 different positions. So I'm trying to bring out. There you go. So there's my notes. Let me fix it. So this is the material that we're going to be using today. All right, so let me clear it up for you guys. Just bear with me here. All right, so okay, so this little dots right here you see are pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 3, pattern 4, and pattern 5. These are basically different ways of doing a music scale. In this case, all the root notes or all the first notes are the G note. So all the little red dots are the G note, and the pattern is as follows. You start with the root, so that's your 1. So you go 1, hold, half, hold, half. And you're probably wondering what is all that mean. So what that means is that there are 12 notes altogether in music. Essentially, there's just 12 notes. You can call them flat. 5 of them can be named either flats or sharps, but there's just 5 notes that are in between, or that are the half steps, right? I don't have the sheet to show you guys how that works, but there are 12 notes. There are 7 notes: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and in between those notes there are 5 more notes. There's a sharp note. If you look at a piano, the black keys are the sharps, and they're also called the flats. So every black key on a piano functions as a sharp, and that same key also functions as a flat. The same thing with guitar. So just kind of want to point that out. So for example, this note right here, this top string is E, right? It follows if I strum it open, right? If I strum it open, that's E. If I press down on the first fret, that's F. So after E, there's no E sharp. Okay, and the same thing happens after B. Let me just show you. This is my B note, the 5th string, 2nd fret. And after that B, the next one over is a C. Okay, so there's no B sharp, and there is no E sharp. Okay, if you look at a piano, you'll see that there's sets of 3 black keys, and then there's a blank space in between, and then there's two black, three black. So the pattern is 2, 3, and so forth. Anyways, that I did several videos about that, but let's get to the first pattern. So let me zoom in into the first pattern. But before I take this sheet down, look at how pattern 1, right? There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 frets. There's this. Let me see if I can show you. So this is fret 1, fret 2, fret 3, right? The red dot is right here on the 3rd fret. You're going to use your middle finger for that. So you look at pattern 1, the one on the top, right? So 3, the index finger is going to manage the second fret, right? So you have one finger per fret, at least for this pattern, right? Okay, but before I focus on one of the patterns, notice how the last 2 frets of each pattern are a repeat or are repeated on the first 2 frets of the next pattern. So if you're watching this, it's important, right? You want to look at this. You see that straight line of little dots. Let me see if I can point at this. Maybe right here, the top right there. Okay, so because this is a graphic, I can't really point at it. In any case, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in and you can actually see it. Okay. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, there you go. So, so you can see what I was talking about. There's, watch when I bring up the second pattern. The second pattern starts with those last 2 frets. Watch this. Look at those 2 dots, right? Now they become the first 2 dots. There's just something you wanna keep in mind. Anyway, so so let me get started. By the way, those are my social media tags if you want to follow me for more cool stuff, art shows and things like that. Cultural things that I promote that are mostly free for the most part. But anyway, so scale 1. Bring the camera down. Okay, so I'll leave that right there. Notice how there is the first fret. There's no dots on it, right? That's this fret right here, where this metal thing is. The first one, there's no dots. That means you're not gonna touch that one, right? So the second one is this one right here, right? Is the space in between the metal bars, right? This is the second fret, third fret, fourth fret, fifth fret. This is how your fingers are going to move around this this position. This is position 1. And you notice how there's a red dot. Now it's important to know that on the sticker I have, we're gonna start on the bottom, but the bottom is the top. If you look at it closely, let me see if I can bring this, make this. Okay, so let's see. Here you go. I'm gonna make this big. Okay. So on the graphic, the bottom line is the top line of the guitar, right? Right. So it's essentially it's backwards. So this right here, I want you to look at it. This right here is the third fret. 1, 2, 3. Middle finger right there. That's the bottom red dot. The bottom on the image you see, that is like literally on the bottom, but over here is on the top, right? And then you move to the to the left, right? And on the image is to the right, so it's like this, right? So it's G. I'm just gonna point. Okay, I'm gonna do them G. I'm gonna do it one finger so you can see where they're at, and then we'll do the entire exercise. So we got G, A. Notice how you skip G, A. There's no G sharp for this scale, so I'm skipping to the A. So it's G, A. But you want to use, this is the proper method, right? I was just using the finger, the index to show you. So you got G, A with the pinky. So, okay, I'm moving my other fingers out of the way so you can see how that works. Make sure your nails are sharp. This hand's nails are like trimmed really short, like basically no nails here. The strumming hand's a different story. Anyways, so you got G, A, 1, 2. That's the bottom two. You see the red dot on the bottom, and then that black note to the right. Okay, right? So it's G, A. Okay, and then with this finger, you're gonna press right here. And you're not going to press on the metal itself. You press right behind the metal. The fret is, I guess, the entire space between two metal bars, but you're going to press on the second fret. You want to press close to the metal bar, but not on the metal bar. So the third note is going to be that note right there. That's a B. And with the middle finger, see, you can see on the camera. That's C, right? So that's note 3 and 4. Watch this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 notes of that pattern. Okay. One more time. We got G, A, B, C. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. To complete the scale, we gotta make it to the next red dot. And if we make it to the third red dot, that means we did the scale in 2 octaves. That means we came. Every dot is a G, right? So G, A, B, C, and then with the pinky, D. Okay. Notice how we skip a space right there. You see, and on my graphic, you can see that the strings are thicker on the bottom. So that's on the actual guitar is closest to you. That's the 6th string, and then the second thickest string is actually the 5th string. And you can see the picture. It looks the graphic. You can see the strings. You can tell the thickness on the graphic a little bit. So if you put close attention, anyway. So we have G, A, B, C, and D. That's 5 notes, right? And that's string 5 and 4. So the name of the strings or the number of the strings are named from the bottom up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's why I'm referring to the top string, the thickest string, as string number 6. Okay. I also didn't mention. I mentioned in other videos, but there's 3 numbering systems when you're learning guitar. Your fret hand has numbering system of finger 1, finger 2, finger 3, and finger 4. Okay, when you look at a book, I actually order a book from the library for this class. That's how they talk. This is finger 1, finger 2, finger 3, finger 4. Okay, and the frets, I already talked about that. Fret 1, fret 2, fret 3, and a lot of the guitars have a dot on fret 3. There's fret 4, another dot on fret 5, 6, another dot on 7. Some of them have a fret. They're all different, but most of them have this dots that I'm talking about. 7, 8, and then 9, and then there's 2 more frets. 10 and 11, and then there's 2 dots on fret number 12. We're actually going to make it pattern 5 includes fret number 12 and a little more. Anyways, so there's numbers for the fingers, numbers for the frets, and numbers for the strings. So if I say finger 1, I'm referring to this finger. If I say finger 2, I'm referring to the middle finger. If I say finger 3, I'm referring to the ring finger. If I say finger 4 is the pinky. All right. So a lot of times they'll have like numbers on the books. String 1 is the one on the bottom. String 6 is the one on the top. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then fret 1, fret 2, fret 3, 4, 5, and so forth. So now that we went over that, let's continue. Another thing you want to do is have a little tuner. This one looks like this, right? So you turn it on. You put it. I'm just gonna put it here for the camera. All right. So I'm gonna strum on the top fret. You can see it settles in right about the middle, so that's tuned. So you want to do that. I did that before the video, but you want to do that before you even get started with your practice. You want to make sure your nails are short for the fret hand and that you tune your guitar. If you don't have one of these, you can use an app on your phone and it works just as fine. Anyway, so let's continue on, okay? Second finger, which is the middle finger, on string number 6 of fret 3. All right? So if I talk like that, and if you remember the numbering system, you'll understand. So finger 2, string 6, third fret, right? And then finger 4, which is a pinky, that same string, string 6, fret 5. And I can continue doing that, okay? But I'll just have you look at the pattern on the picture and just slowly walk you through this. G, A, B, C, D. Okay? And then the fourth string, right? You're going to press this one right here. E. And then you skip a fret. You're going to skip this one. And you're going to use your ring finger for that F sharp. And then where the dot is right here, that's your G. That's the red dot on the graphic. That's the other red dot. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For this pattern, the fingers, they stay within the fret. What that means is this finger is not going to be moving frets all over the place. Okay, and so every finger is going to be assigned to that fret. That's for pattern 1. Okay, so we got G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Okay, so I'm at that second red dot on string number 4. And after G, if I continue the scale, after G is A, right? So I bring my index finger one string down, and that's what's up. Remember, my last note was G, so now it's A, B, C, and then one string down, D, E, F sharp, G. Okay, I'm gonna do it without talking, but I'm gonna do it slow. And I'm gonna use a guitar pick so you can hear the sound a little more clear. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8 is also the 1, so I can continue and say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you can reverse it the same way. But when you reverse it, don't hit that G or the last note again. So this note right here, right? This note right here is that last red dot, the red on the top you see on the picture. That's this one right here. Okay. So when I finish that note, I'm gonna go back, but let me do it all in sequence. Okay, I messed up on the bottom. Trying to position myself so you can see the fret, because that's important. Okay, there you go. This dot right here is the third fret, so let's do that. In fact, let me make the graphics a little smaller so you can see my hand. Okay, let's try that. What we got? G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. The key of G has an F sharp. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then you don't hit that G again when you're coming back. You just skip it and do everything else in reverse. When you get to that red note, you can emphasize it. I like to let it ring a little longer, and some guitars will do this. This is the pinky. Okay, and then continue. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time without talking and see how that works. I messed up, so it's this one. And if you make a mistake, keep going. Don't worry. This is practice. And as as many musicians, even when they're performing, if they hit the wrong note or whatever, they just keep going. They're not gonna stop and say, "Hold it, let's do this whole thing again." You're performing. You keep going, right? All right, one more time. Let me get on the camera. There we go. Another thing is you want to hold your pick like this. Okay. I like to move my three fingers out of the way, and sometimes I can have a sense of where I'm at. Anyways, or you can use your long nails, right? Let me show you. If you use long nails for the strumming hand, it works just as fine. You can use. Okay. All right. And then just really quickly, when you do a chord, we're not. This lesson's not about chords. Maybe at the end, but I'll do a G chord really quick, just to show you how like the long nails on the strumming hand can be used for finger picking. Right? You can strum the entire hand like this and get a different sound, right? Versus just like the pick. You can it's like you have five picks, right? Versus one. It's a subtle difference. Anyways, and you can strum the top string, so you can hear how you can use finger picking. Anyways, just wanted to throw that in real quick. So let's get back to our scale. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, and then in reverse. Okay, one more time, and then we'll move on to the next pattern. So you're probably wondering like what are all these scales important for? They're important for a lot of reasons. Scales will help you do transition between notes. I mean between chords. They will help you if you are composing music. It will help you with that. I'll show you how part of this scale is used in a Spanish song really quick. So if I'm using a G chord, this is a different type of G chord. Remember, this note right here is a G. So I'll just do that real quick. All right, let me see. So I didn't do a really great job, but I was strumming two different chords, and in between I was moving. I was actually using part of the second pattern. Okay, to transition between chords, you could do that if you write in music, or that's kind of how that works. If you're, let me do it and actually use part of the first one and show you how that sounds. So you can see how like I was strumming on that or playing that G chord, and then I did the scale, and then I came back to that note. So that's kind of why those are important, and also because they are part of the key. There's a bunch of reasons a bunch of reasons. So if you're learning music, definitely have to learn this. Okay, so one more time with pattern 1, and then we'll move on to pattern 2. Okay, one more time because I was off camera. So, and then I'll move on to pattern. There you go. There we go. So that's pattern 1. Take your time. Some of you guys may know more of this versus others. Take your time, one note at a time, and just keep practicing. Now let's move on to pattern 2. So let me show you pattern 2. Remember the last two frets of this pattern are going to be the first 2 frets of the second pattern. Okay, watch this. I know. Let me fix this. Okay, here we go. Make this a little bit bigger. There we go. So now you see there's the first 2 frets of this pattern, of pattern 2, are the last 2 frets of the prior pattern. Okay, so this is a little more challenging, but you still have to learn it, right? So like it took me longer to learn this one, but you still have to learn it. So I'll move the guitar down. So this one, we're going to start in that middle red dot, which is the second dot on your guitar. So that's fret 1, 2, 3, 4 on fret 5. And you're going to use your middle finger. Okay? That's that middle red dot you see on the pattern. So you got G, excuse me. Okay, G, A. Okay, so you have G, A, and let's see. Okay, so we have G, excuse me, G, A, B, C, D. So you start here, and if you ignore the bottom dots that are on that graphic, those first 4 notes, I'll show you, are the same as this one. G, A, B, C. This is pattern 1. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna do that the same way, the same fingers, but you're gonna start right here on string number 4, fret 5, with finger 2, the middle finger. So you start there, and you go G, A, B, C. Those first 4 notes are the same as the other one, except you're starting right here. You go. Okay, actually, the 5th note is the same too. So this is the same scale. So all the notes are going to be the same. But what I mean is the same type of movement on the fingers. Okay. Now, when you get to that B string, or that's when things change. If you notice, okay, so my red dot is right here. Okay, and then notice those two little dots that are by themselves on fret number 4. Those 2 dots are the ones you're using with this finger, right? So they're this 2 strings right here. So once you go to string 2 or the B string, you're gonna shift. Like this is your position, right? So, and then you do this, right? And then you move 1 fret over. You move the whole hand 1 fret over. I'll show you. So we got G, A, B, C, D. The E, 1 over, and then slide for that next string. You're gonna slide the whole fingers move 1 fret over. E, F sharp, G, and then G, A, B. Okay, one more time. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. Okay. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. This one only goes to B. I mean, you can continue going this way, but we're sticking to the pattern, right? For now, for practice. So we have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. Now I'm going to reverse from that point. A. Wait, that was B? Okay, so B. Let me do that again. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D, excuse me, D, C, B, A, G. Okay, without talking, I'm going to do it. I'm starting from that middle. I'm not doing the last two just yet. Okay, I'm gonna do it when I on my way back, and then on my way back down because I need to finish where you fit. Where you start is where you finish. One more time. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. Mm-mm. Okay. So you're probably thinking, why not start at the top string? We could, but we're really if we do that, we're starting in A, and that would require us to do the eighth scale. But we're doing the G scale, so we need to start on that G. If we start on the A, it would be like this. Well, I kind of fixed it because I ended up finishing on G. It doesn't sound right when you start on the A, but you want to make a habit of practicing starting on your root and ending on your root. Where you start is where you finish. So we got G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Okay, this pattern, I gotta admit, is a little more challenging. It's probably hard to follow along if you've never done it, but at least you get a few notes in, right? And then you get to practice on your own time. There's a couple of shifts going on. There's a shift when I'll just mention shift. That when I say shift, that means that my position of my fret, my fingers on the fretboard are either going to shift this way, one fret over, or one fret over that way. So I'll kind of say shifts just so you can see when I'm shifting. Other than that, I'm going up and down on the assigned frets, and every finger is assigned to a fret. But when I say shift, then everything moves either this way or that way. And there's two parts where that happens in this position, because if you notice on the picture there's one, two, three, there's four frets with dots, but there's one in the middle. That means we don't have we need to make room to cover those five frets. Even though we're not covering the one that's blank, we're moving over it. So that's why we're shifting, okay? All right. So we got G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. Okay, I did it right. I started on G, went down, or or moved this way and came back all the way up, and then came back to that G. I didn't yell out or call out the parts where I shift, but I'll do that now. Shift, right? So when I'm look again, watch this. So when I say shift, that index is gonna move down and over, and then the entire fingers move. Oh, and then actually the pinky shifts right here that way, right? And then the pinky shifts this way. So what that means is that you're gonna have to move a little bit, just one fret over. This one's one of the challenging ones, but it's once you practice, it gets a little easier. So I'll try to emphasize when I shift with the index. On the way up, my pinky is gonna shift frets, and everything slides right. Pinky slides. Bring it back. Index slides. Okay, one more time. Okay, start right here. Index slides. Pinky slides. Pinky slides. Index slides. So the pinky and the index are in charge of, like, when they have to move over a fret to do that, either going up with the pinky, right, or coming down with the index. You'll notice that. So let me do that without talking, and just so you can see what it sounds like. It's the same scale, it's the same notes, but they're different octaves. Check it out. Okay, I got too excited, then I went too fast and messed up. So relax, and let's try that again. Okay. All right, one more try. Okay. Okay. Actually, A, B, and C. I left out that C, but it's right there. Okay. That's why the scale wasn't sounding good. Okay. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C. Okay. Again. You want to strum down and up, down and up, down and up. down and up, down. Switch, alternate between strumming down and up, down and up. It'll give you a little more tools to to navigate like more smoothly. Anyways, here we go. Okay, right here. All right. So we're on fret 5. This is our red dot. This is where we begin. This is your G. That's the other red dot that you see there. Excuse me. Again, anytime you mess up and you get lost, just start again, okay? No worries. All right, one more time. That's my G. That's my G right there, right? When you get to those red notes, you can emphasize them by stretching the string and giving it that sound effect like that, right? Or you can leave it a little longer. It's up to you, but you want to want to practice like highlighting that so you can hear that. All right, so that's pattern 2. Let me go to pattern 3. Okay, let me go to pattern 3. Here we go, pattern 3. Let's okay. There we go. Okay, I'm having trouble with my graphic here. Okay. That's a little bit too big, but it's okay. There we go. It's a little smaller. Okay, so let's get started. That's pattern 3. Pattern 3, you're going to start on fret number 10. You count the little lines. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or you can find your fret 12, which is the one with 2 dots, and go 12, 11, 10. So this fret right here is where we're going to start. This is where you see that first dot on the bottom right there of that graphic, and that's going to be right here with the pinky. Okay, so this is 10, fret 10, fret 9, 8, and 7. Okay, so this is how. And this one's going to be easier than pattern 2 because there's no move, there's no shifting around. You're going to have your fingers stick to those frets. So the pinky is going to stick to fret 10. The ring finger is going to stick to fret 9, middle finger to 8, and index to fret 7. But we start with the pinky on fret 10 and string 5. Okay, so that's your G. You start there. Okay, and then you go to the next string with the index. Okay, let me use the. Okay, here we go. Again, pinky, and then the next string down. Okay, let me see. Okay, again. So we got a. Actually, I have. I'm trying to look at the computer. It's too small. Okay, so here we go. Pattern. We're at pattern 3. Okay, perfect. Pattern 3. We start with the G on the 10 or on the 10th fret right here. So we go G, right? A, B, C, and then D, E. Okay, and then one string down, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, and we come back. Well, we continue it, right? We have F sharp, E, D, C, B, bring it back. Okay. So we start with the pinky. This is going to be hard. If a lot of people don't like to use the pinky because it kind of hurts, and the pinky is usually the weakest in strength versus the other fingers. But it's going to be important for a lot of the chords that we use, and for just for playing guitar. You're gonna be if you're gonna learn playing guitar, you practice all your fingers. Okay, so let's see. G, A, B, C, D, E. Right here is where that string where you only have 2 dots. If you look at 3 string, third string, string number 3, there's only 2 black dots horizontally. That's where I'm at right now. Okay. Okay, and then you go to the second string, and then that's your G right there. That's this one right here is that G right there on the second string. Okay, and then you continue. When you want to highlight that G, every time you get to the red notes, emphasize them. If you stretch this note, you use these fingers to help you. But this is the note that you're sounding. That's the G. You want to help with the other one. So Okay. This one's easier. It's just it feels like a lot of tension on the pinky, but like I said, it's just a matter of practice. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp G. All right, so take your time, slow down. Let me do that myself and see how that sounds. So that's pattern 3, excuse me. So let me go to pattern 4. Let me go to pattern 4. There is pattern 4. We just kind of keep moving. We kind of keep moving this way, right? Which is weird because the pattern, it moves the opposite. But if you understand that, you should be fine. It's just a visual, Think about when you look at this. Think about like what you're looking at from this angle. So your eyes are looking at it here. That's how you would see it. So if you're looking at your screen, try to look at your. If you want to look, have a exact replica of what you're watching there. With your eye, just look down and you can see it. You can see, you know, the exactly the same. If you're looking at me, it's a little more challenging. But if you understand that, you'll get past that. Those are some little things that can get confusing in the beginning. All right, so we're at pattern four. Pattern four. Pattern four is we start on the same G. Okay, but we're going to start with the middle finger. Okay, let me see. I'll bring the light over here. There we go. We're going to start with the middle finger instead of the pinky. Okay, and then for this one, we're going to do a little bit of shifting too on the B string. B string, just so you know, the B string, you have to shift over a fret here and there in different patterns, and that's going to happen now. So let me show you that. So we have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Okay, what's cool about this first three strings or this first three notes that it's we start on fret number fret 10 we said fret 10 with the middle finger, and the first, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, the first 8 notes are the same shape as your first 8 notes on the first pattern. So if you memorize the first pattern, the first 8 notes, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, if you memorize those first 8 notes of the first pattern, that's the same shape right here, right here, except you start on this G right here and you go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, and then for the B string, when you move down with the index over, and you go A, B, C, D, E, and bring it back. Wait, it's right here. Okay, so this one's cool. Just know that the top string number 6, has 2 notes, one here and one here. Okay, so basically, when you're going back, you're gonna go pinky, and then bring it back. All right, so let me do that without talking. Okay, there's only one place where you shift, and that's on the B string. Okay, let's do that. All right, so that's pattern 4. All right, one more time, and then we'll do pattern 5. Maybe we'll play around with some of the chords and things like that. We'll do other cool things, but let's get through that. One more time. G. So it's strum down, strum up, strum down, strum up. Okay. Strum down, strum up. It's down, up, down, up, down, up. That's how you strum. Okay. Instead of just like the down, down, it's gonna help you be more fluid, move smoothly. Okay. So again. All right, this one's not that difficult. Just have to shift on that B string. When you're moving visually down, you have to move the index one finger over. Right there. And then on the way up, moving from the B string to the G string, then you use the pinky to shift. All right, this actually one of the. This is not that difficult. All right. One more time, and then I'll move on to pattern 5. Pattern 5 has shifting in different places, so we'll get to that. So let's do one more practice of pattern 4. All right. Okay, so let's go to pattern 5. It's pattern 5. Let's see. There we go. That's pattern 5. Oh man, it's too small. But I don't want it to cover my video. So let's. Okay, there we go. All right, pattern 5 is all the way like way over here. Let's count the frets. So pattern 5 is on the 15th fret. If you have let me show you. If you have a guitar that is let me show you okay. So bear with me, folks. So if you have a guitar like this one, here we go. You see it has here we go. You can reach fret number 15, 12, 13, 14, 15. And you go to the top and that's your G. Okay, I haven't tuned this guitar, but I just want to use it to show you how it's like cut in like that. And you can use your 15 fret, and that's where you start your fifth pattern. The electric guitar has there's no problem with the electric guitar, because the electric guitar, it's cut in all the way to 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So there's more frets with the electric guitar. With this acoustic guitar, there is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's also 20. But if you have a guitar that doesn't have an opening like that, like this one, for example, you're not going to be able to do the last fret. I mean, the last pattern, pattern 5. Because look, this is 12. Where is 12? Let's see. 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is 12, 13, 14, 15. You see how it's going to be hard? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 fret is right here. Notice how this one's not cut in like this. This part is not going to let you do that. You see how it's. So if you have this type of guitar, don't worry about this for now, unless you have the other type of guitars. But if you have this guitar, pattern 5, it's really not easy to do with this chunk of wood, not letting you go in. Just wanted to bring that up. So if you're at home practicing, just practice 1 through 4. practice 1 through 4, patterns 1 through 4, and you should be fine. Once you get a different guitar, you can practice that other pattern. All right. So for those of you that have a guitar like this, we're gonna go over pattern 5. Pattern 5 is right there on the graphic, and there's the bottom red dot is this one right here. This fret. Actually, let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes. My guitar has a dot right here, and that's my fret 15. That's gonna be my G note. That's the red dot on the bottom you see right there. So I have a G, and then one string down, A, B, C, and D, E, and then I'm gonna slide that way. F sharp, G, A, and then slide this way now. B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Oops, right here. G. I went over too much, but so you end up on a G. Notice how on the graphic there's a G on the bottom, right? Which visually is on the top over there, but that's that G right here. So let's start again. Right here. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp slide, G, A slide, first finger. Where are we? Right here. C, D, E, F sharp, G. All right, this one's a little tricky. But but this kind of cool too. Let's see how it sounds without me talking. Okay, one more time. All right, all the scales sound a little bit different. They're the same notes, but we have different octaves. So they're different octaves, so they sound a little bit either higher or lower, but essentially it's the same notes. So we have G. This one's hard because the pinky, right? You have to press with the pinky, right? So pinky. You can use the other fingers to help you use the strength. If you're only doing this, it's hard. But use this fingers. The note you're ringing is this one, but you leave this one on for support. Okay, again. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Reverse. All right, then a little more practice with this one. So let's slow down. So we got G, A, B, C, D, E. D and E are the only, for that particular string, you can look at string number 4 on the graphic, and there's only 2 horizontal dots. That's that part. After that, then you slide over. and then you slide this way again. All right. So this is the last pattern, right? Wait. There's a G right here too. There's 3 red dots. All right, a little hint. Every time you see a red dot, behind it or the prior note is a note that is next to it. And that's going to be true of all the patterns. So something new, keep in mind. If you get lost, just remember where your roots are. All right. So if I hit this one first, if I'm going back, then you have one note over and then 2 notes over. That's that hold half, hold half pattern that I kind of talked about in the beginning of the video. So let me do that a little bit. Okay, we got, excuse me, let's see, where are we? Right here. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. G. One more time. If you get lost, just place your fingers over the fret to kind of help you visualize where you're starting. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. All right, folks, that's it for the patterns. Pull up a. Let me show you the entire sheet. Here you go. Well, that's actually the way I wrote them. The way I wrote them. It helps if you write them in your own writing. It helps you kind of like remember it. Like you may not see it right away, but it helps you. So I recommend doing that. As you can see, I did that here with my own notes, right? Kind of just like, use the notebook, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I put them out of order, but it doesn't matter as long as you know them. I'm just looking at pattern 1, pattern 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so here is, so I'm trying to work with the graphics here. Okay. Oh my God. Anyways, so practice. So, okay, I was trying to pull up the graphics, but my program is acting up. All right. So if you're using a a note, I mean a chord, right? So in this case is the G chord. I'm gonna go over some basic chords, right? So we got the G chord. You know, you strum it like you hold it like this, right? This finger right here, this one right here, and the this other finger right here. So you use these three fingers with the tip of your fingers pressed down, and then strum. Okay. If you have long nails, you want to strum each string. And that can help you like figure out if you have a pick, you know, but you can strum each note. That can help you find out if you're holding you know, if you're pressing correctly, if you have a clear, crisp sound. Another way to strum is finger picking, which is you strum the top string, which is the sixth string, as your G note, and then you go. So what I did there is you strum the top one, and then with this finger, you're gonna strum the third string, and then with this one, the second string, and with this one, the first string. So it's gonna sound like this. And then to make it sound a little more interesting, you're gonna reverse. You know, you're gonna bring it back up. So this, I'm just playing a chord. I'm not doing any notes like I was doing earlier, like individual scales. I'm just doing a chord. So you go bass and then bring it back. And then I like to finish with doing that. Watch how that's gonna sound. Watch this. And then when you switch chords, I'm gonna do an E, an E, an E, an E chord. You can see where I'm pressing the same way. So I'm gonna switch between those two chords. So you know that's just another way of another way of strumming. So I'm just playing around now and shifting different chords, but strumming with the long nails. All right, folks. I was just messing around with switching chords and strumming with the fingers with the long nails. You can use a pick if you want, but if you're like me, you want to learn both techniques. You can have long nails. You can have a pick. You can practice with this kind of guitar, with the other guitar I showed you. or with other instruments such as a piano, violin. The theory is the same, um, and the notes are not going to be different because you have an instrument. The notes are in the theory they're the same. Every instrument has a different range of notes, but that's basically means how high or low can an instrument play. But as far as the scales and the notes, that's just kind of like information that's universal. So check out. There's other videos there. There's other videos on our Cultural Alliance with Long Beach videos. The listings. There's a lot of videos. There's a lot of videos for music. And there's definitely a lot more videos for art class. They're all free. You can watch, follow along. The idea behind this is to inspire you, to continue your music learning and your art learning while you're at home. We're not just open just yet at the gallery. We haven't. We don't have a specific date to start. Folks are still getting the vaccine. Stay safe out there. Take care of each other. Do me a favor if you want, you like my content, follow my social media, art, music, and culture at Facebook. That's my artist page, where I just post things that I'm working on or other things that I'm helping to spread the word, and also my art, music, and culture on Instagram. Also follow Calb Arts on Instagram and Cultural Alliance for Long Beach on Instagram. All right, folks. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy enjoy this broadcast. All right. So thank you guys for supporting Cultural Alliance of Long Beach and also art, music, and culture. Efren Luna here. If you have questions, here's the phone number. That's my phone number. You can contact me there for information regarding the program. The only information I have for you is free. You can follow along. There's a bunch of videos. Folks want to know when I start. I have a lot of videos that I already started. So this is not your traditional Zoom meeting type of class. This is a live stream. If you miss it, no worries. You can play it back. If you want to interact, you can ask a question, and if you want to focus on a particular instrument, a particular level, you can call me and I can guide you. Anyways, that's that. If you want to donate to my efforts here, I'll leave that there for a little bit. There you go. All right, folks. So thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you guys. We don't have information just yet when we're going to open, so check out the videos that I have. There's a lot of them. There's one per week for sure for the art class, and for the music class, I've been trying to do my best to do one a week. But I know that I've been averaging one every other week. But there's plenty of material. If you're new, there's tons of stuff there to keep you busy for a long time. All right, intermediate stuff a little bit. If you're advanced music, I recommend you call a professional. But this class is for people to get you inspired. Things like that. All right, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Efren Luna here with the Cultural Alliance of Long Beach, art, music, and culture. Follow our socials. Thank you.